Hello and welcome to Stream Tabulous. So to start with, my neurological condition's been playing up and it's been causing internal problems as well as external problems, and part of it's an autoimmune issue, which with all the doctor's appointments I've ended up getting a really bad flu, which I've been fighting for the better part of the week. So if I sound crap, it's because I am crap, but I need to get this video out to you guys, and it's about CivitAI and what CivitAI are doing. So we'll go over to the intro, you know how to fast forward on it if you need to, and then we'll get over to the CivitAI page and we'll talk about a change that they're doing, which seems to be already ticking off a lot of creators. Okay, so here we are on CivitAI's page, and I won't read all this out, I'll just brief through it. So what they're going to do is, apparently they're going to pay creators for the buzz that they earn, and by that, every 1,000 buzz that you earn if you're a creator, you can cash out. So for every 1,000 buzz, you get $1. Big whoop. $1 for 1,000 buzz. If anyone's using this website that's following me, you know getting buzz is very, very hard. And a lot of people thought it was a great idea when they brought it in. It seemed to be okay. When that was brought in, a lot of people were using it to say, hey, that's a great model. Here, have some buzz that I've got, just to show your appreciation. Excuse me. Now, when they brought in the shop where you can buy things to spruce up your profile, it's not cheap. If you want a nice little color ring around your profile pic, it's going to cost you up to 9,000 buzz. So I'd put that in perspective by what I'm reading here. For every 1,000 buzz is $1. That means you're paying $9 for a profile ring. That's kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. When buzz didn't amount to any money, I didn't see it as a problem, because it meant that if you're a creator, you're probably earning more buzz, so you can spruce up your profile and show that you're doing well. So, but with the introduction of money, it becomes kind of stupid. So what happened when they brought in buzz? Right, so they brought in the buzz, and we'll go back over to the main screen, hold on. So when they brought in the buzz and they brought in the shop, what happened is people on CivitAI, general users that are just generating art and posting up the art, they want to spruce up their profile too. No one wants to feel left out. Even I want to spruce up my profile, and I'm still saving up the buzz to get there, and I've been on this thing for a year. Now, buzz is pretty new. I think it came in this year. Now, people are hoarding buzz, and they're hoarding buzz because they want to spruce up the profile. So it's not getting used in the way that it was intended, as being given to people creating art to say, geez, you're really good at this. It's not being given to creators saying, thank you for your model, I appreciate this, and I'm using your model to render my work. Instead, it's getting hoarded now. So that's problem number one. So we'll go back over to the page and we'll talk a little bit more. Problem number two is, I'm not logged in, so hopefully we can come down and we can read things. You come through and you read a lot of things, and a lot of people are like, you know, oh, when can I do this? When does it come in? But a lot of the ones that you click and you go into their profile, okay, this one has models. But what sort of models are they using? Am I going to be able to see them? No, because I'm not logged in. A lot of them are just Lauras and merges. There's not a lot of real creators, as in the people that are putting a lot of work in there. So back to the path to sustainability. And some of the people that are on about it haven't even made models yet. So what we're seeing is a lot of low-key players commenting that CivitAI are listening to. But when you come down to someone like Dice Development, and I don't know if we're going to be able to see his models, hopefully we can. DICE is huge. He has unique training data sets, and what I mean by that is his language AI layers, if this wants to refresh properly, his AI language layers are capable of doing better text in prompting. And that's something a lot of people want. That's why they want SD3, which is the other thing that we'll talk about in a minute. So he's pretty ticked off. If you read through here, and he comments on the generator of the website, so the physical generator to create an image, doesn't support pretty much any of his models. It supports base models and old models, and mostly SD 1.5s and a few SDXL early models. So a lot of the models aren't able to be used. And with their move to the buzz system, if your model is used, the creator will get buzz for that use of the model. So what he's basically saying is he's not going to get any extra buzz for the use of the model. And he goes on to mention that since he's been on, and since the implementation of buzz, with all the downloads and all the buzz that's been given to him from the start date, is a whopping 38,000 buzz. Now, to put that into perspective, his cash out would be $38. That's not even enough to cover a power bill to generate a model. So to put that into perspective, the buzz idea from that is just ridiculous. You'd have to earn a lot of buzz. And that's where the other problem comes in. If you use Automatic 11 now, or if you come from Automatic 11 and you've come to krita through my videos, you'll know that in Automatic 11, you have the ability to merge two models together. So you can take a model of realistic people and a model of cartoon characters which aren't so realistic people, merge the two together and get realistic looking cartoon characters. Then you can post that model on this website and see it downloaded. It's a merged model. It is not a trained model, so it is lacking innovation. It is lacking new creativity in the resources of its training data set. So with the implementation of buzz, what we see is a lot of excited people, which probably young people in all honesty, or people which are just seeing cash. I can get cash. What we're going to see is a flood of merged models kill the website. We're going to see poor grade LoRa's, which aren't thoroughly tested, where they've just thrown in a couple of images, done a quick training on it, put up one or two pictures to showcase their model, and not actually tested it. When I created my LoRa, I actually went through and I thoroughly tested it because I was going through the angles. And what upset me with my model the most is I can't get that mouth closed, even though there is that training in the data set, which has me looking at going back later on and redoing the text files to say closed mouth and pushing it to that. You're not going to see perfectionists in the chase for buzz. What we're going to see is a flood of cheap, nasty LoRa's, merged models, just a mess in the chase for cash. You need 1,000 followers to get that up, but 1,000 followers is not that hard. If you're putting models up and you've got some decent pictures, and maybe those pictures are ripped off from other models from other websites, then people go, oh, it looks like that does well. I'm going to follow this person and see how they progress. So the followers can go up from there. I don't have a lot of followers. I've got something like 89 followers. In all honesty, I would probably remove those followers if I had the option to, because a lot of them haven't contributed to the website when I've clicked on their profile. There's no images they've ever created. There's no models they've ever actually put in, which leads me to the suspicion, why are they following me? I've had my work ripped off in the past and printed up for those metal prints that goes on walls. So I don't like it when I see something like that. It kind of bugs me. So, but with this chase for buzz, followers come over time anyway. And there's going to be a lot of people creating multiple fake accounts using bots to bump up their followers, to generate that buzz so they can say, hey, I'm a creator, I've got 1,000 followers, give me my money. So unfortunately, DICE has made the decision after coming through and actually decided to leave. I'll leave the link to this whole post in the comments, wherever they may be, up, down, left, right, wherever YouTube decides to stick them this day and age, that's where they'll be. So yeah, unfortunately, DICE is not happy, and we come down, and I tagged in a couple of creators that are up and coming, and they're exceptional creators, and they're not even close to 1,000 followers at the moment. They're around about 600 followers, and we're talking Zaxicious, which I reviewed one of his models, and his model for the prompt adherence. Like DICE, I don't know if you're going to see this. You might end up seeing this video. Don't take this personally, but DICE's prompt adherence is a lot harder. You need a lot more information to force the AI if you're after prompt control. One-off prompts, you can get some really, like basic prompts, you can get some really good images. Anyone that knows me knows that I'm fussy. If I want a hand holding the glass, I want that hand holding the glass, and then I want that ghost inside the glass. And sometimes to get that prompt adherence, you really got to play with the way that wording is for that data set. DICE's beautiful model, absolutely beautiful. Zaxicious, for his prompt adherence, it's easier to get exactly what you want out of it. So he's up-and-coming creator, which is pushed all the way down by CivitAI. So what's happening there? To me, that's CivitAI's algorithm. It seems to DICE, you'll always see him in the top tiers of the models, and rightfully so. He's got a lot of downloads. He's a great creator. But anyone that's new and upcoming is pushed all the way down. You've really got to scroll through. Maybe if you're lucky and you're paying attention to models, someone has tagged that model in. And, you know, I try to tag models where I can to show my appreciation. So I'll go to the page and post pictures onto their gallery, because it saves a lot of time in my dyslexia of going through editing and uploading metadata and stuff like that. And I don't always want to share my full metadata for prompts, which has taken me 8 hours to get adherence to. And I've been tested for some of them, like my ghost, and they weren't able to achieve it. I'm sure someone out there will be able to crack it. And if you do so, that's fantastic, because you put the work in to actually do that, and maybe you'll do it faster than me. But some things you want to keep to yourself, because you've put a lot of time and effort into it, and you feel that personal connection, just like you would doing painting. And I've done painting. You have that personal connection there. That's also why I don't share the model that I created on my painting, is that personal connection to it. I will share new laws later on for that sort of thing. But some you just have that personal connection to. So back to it. So people like Zaxicious are really down on the ladder, where the longer term, bigger developers are higher on the ladder. So people like Zaxicious get overlooked. Now, with the bringing in a buzz, he's going to get pushed down further as we see more mergers come up. That's a problem for anyone new that comes into the game. Say someone's saving up to buy the hardware to do a training now. Perhaps they can't afford to rent the server, or they've worked out that what they want to do, they want to rent the server over a long time, or they've got bad internet connection, so they need to invest in the hardware, and they're saving up to invest in that hardware. And they come into the game, say, next year, when this is in full swing, and they post this beautifully done model. Perhaps they've done 20 years in coding and maybe 10 years in AI, and they have this new design model that comes up. No one's going to know about it, because the buzz system's going to push it down. That's a problem. That's what I'm seeing. And you read through, and you start to get that appearance from people that actually matter. Now, the sad thing is, I've actually tagged this person here, the CivitAI member that has posted this up, and said, you know, read what DICE is saying. He's a prominent member. He's a, you know, one of the big ones in your group, and he's going to leave 2 days. No reply from him. Like, I've just asked, are you reading these? And he comments on the some of the little ones rather than some of the big ones. So, just when will I be able to use it? Oh, you'll be able to use it soon. We're going to roll it out in the next couple of weeks. I don't see a lot of comments on it's comments on the good stuff. There's not a lot of comments on the big creators. And I tagged Zaxicious and a couple of the others in there. And I got a comment back that basically, we're not in it for the buzz, we're in it for the love. What we get out of it the most is seeing people post what they've created with their dataset model and seeing how well their model's doing, and then seeing comments on it and things like that. That's what I like the most about the website, is the community. And the community to also share and get in things like, hey, I love your model, how did you do that? And then the community will actually get together and they'll talk about it. So you can see here, like, I've tagged the chap again and commented that Dice is leaving the group, and you got another one here. This creator here has pulled his realistic models from the group, and he pulled them because he doesn't like the direction that CivitAI's going, and what they're doing. And it's sad to see that we're not getting any response from the person that created the post that works for CivitAI in regards to, well, how are you going to handle this? Not, okay, look, we're going to look at this and look at extending the date or perhaps suspending it until we look into it further. It's just ignored and it's rolling out. Deal with it. Let's talk about SD3 quickly. I want to talk about Stable Diffusion XL version 3 model, and specifically the licensing agreement. Now, look, I don't do law or anything like that, and although my partner certainly did, and the licensing agreement is pretty simplistic. Stable Diffusion will always own the model. Stable Diffusion will own all models created on their model and their code, because they have the right to own their code. Their code is going to be in every model created. I understand that. I get that. It's fair enough. I don't see too much of an issue there. So where's the issue come in for someone like CivitAI to say, hey, we're not going to use SDXL? The model of Stable Diffusion's, controversial SDXL version 3 model comes into the fact that Stable Diffusion already announced months ago that, yes, this model is going to come out and this one is going to be free for the public. There was concerns that it was not going to actually be released for the public and only be supplied to businesses for business use. So there is 2B, which is what we got. There is a 4B and an 8B. Now, I think his name's Monkey, or his username's Monkey, who was working on one of the models. Now, we know that 4B and 8B don't have the training data issues that 2B does, but 2B was released to us. Now, from my perspective, and I was training to be a manager, but the neuromuscular condition stopped that. From my perspective, is Stable Diffusion is a business. Stable Diffusion need to make money. Stable Diffusion needs to protect their assets and their business. Why release 2B and not 4B and obviously the 8B? Is because of those ones are probably going to be released to businesses. They're probably going to fine-tune them a little bit more and release them. We got 2B. Okay, it's bad. But what it has is the ability to be trained. It has enough there that people like Dice are able to actually go through and use that and probably improve on the area which it's failing, which is its understanding of prompt information and prompt data set. And keep in mind, this is a different type of prompting with the SDXL3 than what we're currently used to, where it's a word, comma, to try to build your description. And depending on the order is what you usually get first. And you can do foreground, background, midground. So I use that myself to get prompt adherence. So it's hard getting prompt adherence. So what's the difference with SDXL3? SDXL3 is, if you take a description, there is, well, we can use my background here. So there is a pot plant in the left corner of the room, which takes up to the height of the ceiling. In the center of the room, we have a picture on the wall of a picturesque beach. Underneath, there is a couch with red pillows. SDXL3 will pay attention to all that and generate it. With SDXL, we don't get left, right, up, down. The prompt adherence is exceptionally hard, which is why I use krita, because you can do select an area for a region that you want done. Okay, so that gives you the control there. So that's the big shout out to krita and Acly for his AI Diffusion. Acly, you're doing a freaking marvelous job. Yes, I wanted to swear there. Just absolutely marvelous. Absolute godsend of a person. And I can't thank him enough. And I say to you guys, go over there, thank him. If you can support him, and I'll leave a link at the end for that anyway. So SDXL3 is basically, you can type that in and get that in your render. So it's going to make it easier for people that aren't using something like krita, or probably using an online website where you don't have that ability to editing because you don't have the hardware. Now, it's a free license for SDXL3, the version that we've got. You can download it and you can use that. What you can't do is use it for business use and sell the image that you have created. Can't do that. Which is where CivitAI had to remove it from their website. CivitAI are using Buzz to generate an image. Fair enough, they've got to make money. But they want to use SDXL3 to generate an image. As soon as that comes in, it breaches their license. So they can leave SDXL3 up on their website so anyone can download it free, because that doesn't breach anything. You're not making money downloading it free, especially if it says free download. You can still donate money to the creator for their hard work. It's not necessarily being donated. It is a donation. It is not being given to them of buying their model. It's a donation saying, well, thank you. So donations look different to income. Okay. So CivitAI pulled SDXL3 because they're never going to be able to use it in their generator. It didn't mean they had to stop creators from not being able to give their model for free for people that are using hardware and using something like Comfy AI on their home systems. But they pulled it. And they hid behind, well, we're not sure on the license, so we're going to step out of it. To me, that was a cop-out. Absolute cop-out. And you can see that happened, and then right after that happened, payout to creators. That's another problem. If CivitAI are paying creators so you can get a cash out for your Buzz, that means the creator is now an employee, meaning that free download of SDXL3 is actually from an employee. So this is the way I'm seeing it anyway. I might be wrong. You can comment below. But either way, CivitAI is going into a bad direction with their Buzz. If you're on CivitAI, you should probably go over and comment on this. They need to be spammed the hell out of. This needs to be stopped. Yes, CivitAI need to make money to pay for their servers and pay for any work that needs to be done for the coding, because they need to fix their generator. The generator is bad. I tried it with my model, and it is poor. Very, very poor. And Dice pointed out that it's bad. So Dice left. Let's go over and have a look at something here. So Dice pulled out, and he wasn't going to drop this. And I've actually looked for clone websites before, or other websites which are similar, and haven't been able to find one. Dice dropped this, and I'll leave the link in the description. So, and you can come into here, and you can download his models and his checkpoints. I don't see a gallery. There's no gallery in here, so there's no ability to go through and check art that people have done. But right here, I mean, right there, it's an SDXL3 model. So, you know, straight there. And you can download it. Not only can you download it, you can run it on the website and test it out for yourself and see how it goes. And the download, you only have to be logged in. So log in with your Gmail, log in with, you know, whatever. SDXL3. So CivitAI needs to stop and look at the competition. CivitAI was top of the board, new. The ability to post up the images and see what people are creating, go, oh wow, they're getting some good stuff in their model, and seeing the render and then go through and do that, just absolutely amazing. You can generally, I thought I seen it in here. I did see some images, and it actually does come up for the prompt data set for, yeah, okay. So you can see the image information. They haven't actually added any to here, but you will actually see them pop up. So I have a feeling that they're looking at moving in a gallery later on. And it says, oh, it looks like you can share into pictures. So I don't know how, underneath the profile, I didn't see a gallery where you could post to your own wall. So it looks like you can actually share images in there. So I'm going to leave this in the description as well. And I want you to get over and start, you know, downloading your checkpoints. And I want you to start flooding your images into here. So when you make one, upload your image. I want to see this fill up, because obviously this is a new website, and you know it's not getting a lot of traction, and it's not getting a lot of traction because it's not known. And yeah, I'll be sure to leave this on the thumbnail as well. So yeah, this path to sustainability. Sustainability. The word they're using, that we need to sustain ourselves. And I understand that they need to sustain themselves. And a lot of people said no to ads. I was quite the opposite. I was quite fine with ads because of, you know, I would have turned off my ad blocker for it. I don't see a problem with having a small ad up in the top corner, rotating, clicking through different ads, leaving the ability to actually download everything for free, and not turning into this cash-hungry monster. And yeah, it is a bit of a worry where they're heading. So, look, get over to CivitAI. Let them know what you think. I'm curious what you think as well. So comment in the bottom. Am I going absolutely crazy? Am I misreading something? Am I not seeing the bigger picture? Or do you think that it's going to get flooded with rubbish? Of course, I want to say another word there. And you're going to just see merge models and no innovation, and you're just going to see a lot of bad LoRa's and stuff like that. I still urge, like, the LoRa video that I've put so you can create LoRa's yourself at home. I want to see them up on CivitAI still. And I want to see you guys get over to this new website and upload them on there as well. And, of course, you know, when you do that, you can just leave a link and a comment. Hey, I created this one. I'm proud of it. Check it out. I don't mind if you do that in my comment section, because I'd be curious to look at it as well. And it'll give me an idea of who you are on there, as well as my YouTube. And, you know, I can say, hey, you know, that was great. How did you manage that? And we can all learn from each other, because that's what it should be. AI is pretty new. AI is something which needs to be encouraged into the learning. And for the part which is open source, which is what the SDXL3 model that released is, it's an open source model. It's meant to be free, not making money from businesses and seen as I want to make cash. And the I want to make cash is the thing that hurts the most. Yes, companies need to make money to stay afloat, but they have to think about how to do that. The push with the survey is a bad push for the survey. That survey should have never gone out to everyone. I shouldn't have the survey. Who am I? I'm a nobody. You know, I've created Laura. I'm learning how to make Lauras. I'm talking about how to use art. I'm an artist with major disabilities, which is wanting to keep doing art. But if I was a young fella, I'd be turning around and saying, "Oh, money! Yes, I want to be a part of that," and I'd be filling that survey out biasedly. That survey should have only gone out to the biggest model creators. They should have put an algorithm in place, and it's in place. You can see how many people have downloaded their models. They should have gone through and picked the top downloaded models only, gone through and researched every one of those and seen who they actually were and what their contribution is to CivitAI, and that survey should have been given to just them. And they probably should have done a chat with these people in a closed forum where they could discuss it and find out from big creators what their aspects and thoughts are. Because of what I'm seeing is these creators are not in it for money. Dice does to you can commission him to make a model solely for your business. Dice does do that. It's on his profile page. There's a lot of people that are probably doing that, but for the most part, it is on there because people are training their models, learning, and a lot of these models, they're never really fully trained. Some of them still have, like, I've gone in, I've commented on some of the new ones. I'm like, yeah, okay. But if I describe blue eyes and a yellow shirt, I'm just getting yellow on both. I'm not getting that prompt adherence. And then the next model comes out, and they've taken my advice to heart, and they've trained their model and actually fixed it. And it's growing. So that's something else to keep in mind. I mean, it's still open source. It's still being refined. Not only is it being refined, there's a lot of models out there. There are some really bad models where people don't care. They've just tried it a few times, given up. And then there's ones that are really like, well, I'm doing this because I want to create something beautiful, but I'm not able to, like me, I could paint and I can draw. But they've never had that part of the brain which is able to do that, but they're able to code, train these models, and they're able to control their models with their prompt data set because they know that prompt data set that they put into their model to create something beautiful, and they're sharing it. And that's something to keep in mind. And I don't think CivitAI is going the right path. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Are you using CivitAI? Let me know in the comments. Get over to CivitAI, join up with a new group. Don't dislike the video. I know a lot of people probably get to dislike it. Like the video if you found this informative, I'm going to say. Subscribe to the video and get the bell on for notifications. And hopefully I'm over the flu soon, because what I want to do is get back into those model reviews, and specifically level 4. He's got very few followers. His model's probably not that well known of. But I tell you what, his prompt adherence is just sublime. It is beautiful. Not only is his prompt adherence fantastic, the level of quality and detail is insane. Most models are trained sort of like on photorealism, and as such, you get the, I'm going to murder this word, the bokeh, the blurred background. So your main characters may be in focus, or the main object may be in focus, and stuff behind that is out of focus. But sometimes you want that sharpness and that full detail to come through. Level 4, you can say if you want it, that bokeh, and have that blurred background, or just say blurred background. Or you can just leave it and just have everything beautiful. So the way the focus goes on the front is fully in focus, and the mid-ground is still in focus, but there is a sharpness to the front, and then as it goes further out, you start to blend in. Level 4, and it's a alpha model, is absolutely insane, and he is pushed down to where you probably haven't even seen his model on CivitAI, and you need to get over and get level 4's model and start using it, because it is amazing. And you can go over and check out my Stream Tabulous, and I've got the glass there with a hand. Getting that hand in the other models that I tested is not nearly as easy or as perfect as level 4's model. Especially the ghost in the glass with the rainbow liquid and just the way it does and the description that I put into it for the background and the that level 4's nails it beautifully. So I've got to give a shout out to that. And this is the problem with Buzz, it's going to kill people like him. So again, like the video if it's informative, and you know, this is just trying to get the word out to get people over to try to stop this rollout, which is going to happen in the next couple of weeks, I think it is. It's like it's going to be end of next month anyway, and it's not good. It's so flood it, get over, downvote the hell out of the top. It's got a lot of upvotes. It needs more downvotes. It needs to really show the weight. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that just Mia. I have a funny feeling he's just like, oh, I got a lot of thumbs on this one. This is fantastic, and you know, they're probably 66 downvotes to the 200 upvotes. The 66 probably the damn creators that matter the most. So it's a problem. Get over. Mention your disgust. Check out the other website where you can get SDXL3 because that is got to be watched. SDXL was horrible when it first came out because so many people are trained on SD 1.5, which was absolute garbage when it first came out. But by the time SDXL came out, 1.5 was tuned up to the point that it was better than the SDXL. Well, now SDXL is just sublime, and some of the models like level 4s are just absolutely amazing. And SDXL3 is in that category of absolute garbage at the moment, but over time, I have no doubt that these community trainers like DICE will be able to refine it and get it better. So, that's enough ranting and raving from me. Hopefully I'll get well soon, and then I'll start reviewing these little guys and trying to get some notification to them. And as always, I'll see you in the next Streamtabulous video. Thank you for watching my video and sticking around to the end. If you like my videos, it'd really help me out if you could like and subscribe. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push my videos out there to more viewers, which in turn helps me and helps everyone. So thank you for watching my video and hanging around to the end, and I will see you in the next video.